Welcome to another bonus episode to MAX101. This goes along with episode 27, which was quite a while ago. It's talking about different kinds of circuits, approach circuits and island circuits. This is something I learned very recently. Yes, I'm still learning stuff about the system. Now, if I were to already have known about this, I would have included it in episode 27, running reverse traffic. I would highly suggest watching that first because it covers a lot of the same stuff that we'll be covering here. Let's talk about how to activate the intersection gate arms. You probably already know one way, and that's through the call loops. If you stop at a station somewhere, we're going to again use this as my call loop. If you stop at a station somewhere, there's the pantograph. If you stop at a station somewhere, assuming you stopped in the correct spot, and assuming you even stopped on the call loop, then all of your TWC buttons light up, and you press the button for the intersection. And as soon as you press select or call, depending on the type of train you're on, as soon as you press that, the lights will begin to blink, and the intersection gate arms will come down, and then your signal will change. Or if the intersection is far enough away, then you'll press call, and the signal will instantly change, and the gate arms go down much, much further away, because there's more time until you get there. Whatever happens, happens. The gate arms go down when you press the call button. Okay, but there are many areas of the alignment where there are intersections in between stations. For example, because I live on the west side, so I know the west side pretty well, between the Willow Creek and El Monica MAX stations, Baseline Street comes up at this really weird angle and crosses through the middle of the road. But you never have to stop anywhere and press the call button to activate that intersection. And when you are at the Willow Creek or El Monica stations, pressing the call loop doesn't activate every single intersection. No, it just activates the one right in front of you. So how do you activate gate arms between stations? Well, that is where the approach circuit comes in. An approach circuit is a circuit in the rails. So when there's a train going through there, as soon as the train starts to go over the approach circuit, current is shunted through the rails, and then from there your intersection gate arms go down. It happens much further away from the intersection than you may think. So as soon as the train activates the approach circuit by shunting current through the rails, it activates that, the gate arms go down, and by the time the train gets anywhere near that intersection, the gate arms will have been down for quite some time now. And there's no call loop needed for that. All the train needs to do is to go over the rails to activate the approach circuit for that intersection. The third way is for trains that are running reverse traffic, or kind of as a last resort if something goes wrong. There's also something known as island circuits. Through the intersection itself, where the actual roadway is, and on 10 feet on either side, 10 feet's not very much, you can stop your train there within 10 feet of the intersection, and that activates the island circuits, very similar to the approach circuits. And if in some way something's not working, or for trains running reverse traffic, they will have to pull up within 10 feet of the intersection, and that will activate the gate arms. But there's one very important thing to remember when doing this. Again, as a safety, you will pull up to within 10 feet of the intersection to get the gate arms to come down. You will watch them go down, and you must wait 10 seconds after the gates are fully lowered before resuming through the intersection. This gives me an idea. I'll probably end up making a Max Ideas episode later on, so don't forget to check my channel and the playlists for that. But it kind of gives me an idea. Remember how I said that there's no way to run trains express because of this whole call loop situation where, if you're driving the train, you still have to stop on a call loop, activate, call your signals, and then the gate arms go down, and by the time all of this happens, you may as well have just opened the door and let some passengers on. Well, if instead of using call loops, why couldn't you just make an approach circuit right before everything, and that way once the train starts to get close enough to the station, the gate arms already begin to go down. I'm pretty sure that's how the orange line works. Because every single time, because I've started at Southeast Park Avenue before, at the very beginning, every time we're about to pull into Milwaukee Main Street, the gate arms go down quite a ways before we even come to a stop there. And I was always like, man, how does that even work? But, well, that's why. They must have some sort of approach circuit getting up near that intersection. Now, if you made it a little longer, then the trains would activate the approach circuit as they were pulling into the station. Then you'd have an intersection gate arm there, and because it's an approach circuit, they activate pretty early. And so by the time the gates are all the way down, you will have either almost come to a stop or you'll be into the station, and then you can just keep going. No need for a call loop, no need to even come to a stop. So I may go into more detail on that on a future Max Ideas video. Well, that appears to be it for this video, and I will see you soon with another episode.